just getting out of the theater. It is an early screened and seen AMC, and it was Jurassic World Rebirth. This is gonna be non-spoiler reaction. Expect later on in the week to have more thorough reviews, written reviews from and myself because this is a great film, man. I gotta tell you, I was absolutely completely surprised how good this movie was. Completely surprised how good this movie was. Um, I do have to tell you, I did think it had a slow beginning, and I was like, oh man, they're really, there's no magic here. What's going on? It was kind of an odd beginning, but let me tell you, man, as soon as the characters came into play, uh, let me tell you something, man. This movie kicked it into high gear. Like I was shocked. I was shocked. I was like, I'm like, wow. The characters are great. Everyone's got great business. And it had a lot of heart, which harkened back to the old ones. Where like the ones before, the last few years are kind of forgettable. I really wasn't a fan of the Pratt ones. Uh,
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
this seemed to also have, really busy lines here. This seemed to have really taken the best elements of a lot of different kind of classic movies. It's funny because we're just celebrating Jaws, and there was a lot of Jaws in there. Then there was, of course, there's the dinosaurs. Of course, there's that. But then there's like a lot of thrills, just a lot of harrowing situations where you're like, man, are they gonna make it out? Processing. Okay, validated. So all that is happening, guys. Scarlett Jo is great. Mahershala Ali was great. There's the Jonathan Bailey character. He's the archaeologist. Wonderful. The bad guy was wonderful, representing the bad, evil corporate. So it was kind of like familiar, but the two characters, right? Those two main characters, they actually had a lot of like their storyline, their backstories. Like, man, these guys have been through some tragedy as characters. So you got tied into them. But what I had forgotten, who else was in this cast, was Manuel Rufo from Lincoln Lawyer, and he's got a whole family, and they're sailing. And their whole family gets connected to what Scarlett Jo is trying to do. And let me tell you, he's got a little kid named Isabella. And she's probably the best character in the movie. That little kid was so freaking adorable. So it leads me to believe this as well. This movie is going to do incredibly well with families because it's basically Scarlett Jo and the mercenaries doing their thing, but it's also a family trying to survive at the same time with them, right? Because Manuel's character, he's the father. He's got two daughters, probably like late teens, 20-something daughter, and then a little daughter, and they were fantastic. They were fantastic. And again, the little daughter, Bella, was so good. It kind of reminds me of like those child actors that we loved from the 80s, that we loved from the 90s, that she was the magic. She was the magic. And yes, she does make friends with a tiny. I'm gonna give you a little. I'm gonna give you a little spoiler here. She makes friends with a tiny little dinosaur, and it is so freaking adorable. And you're just like, man, that little dinosaur is they're gonna sell merch. Sell merch. So yeah, I was actually very, very surprised how good this movie is. Jurassic World Rebirth. Again, this is the early screening. This doesn't come out for another 9 days, I believe. So we'll have more for you as well. I really don't want to give any more details. I can just tell you, if you guys have a couple questions, I can just tell you I was really impressed with the characters and the second and third acts. Just like the first act, like again, was a little slow, and then it just boom, it just kicked into high gear, and you got a lot of heart from these characters. They're very likable, and it goes a long way because, you know, there's some beautiful dinosaurs. There's some familiar ones, so there's a lot of familiarity, but the thrills are there. Then there's this one dinosaur, I won't spoil it for you, that's like the big thing, but other than that, man, there were some very, very wonderful moments in this film. Again, I was shocked how much I really dig this film. And I gotta tell you, man, Jurassic World Rebirth, it's coming out this summer. Perfect for the families, perfect for the kids. So I was, I honestly thought I was gonna see another Chris Pratt movie, because those to me seem very cookie cutter, and I was surprised at how much, how well done it was. And it doesn't surprise me because David Koepp and they brought David Koepp back, the original screenwriter of the other films of the original Jurassic Parks, and Gareth Edwards. I mean, it was a thrill. It was a thrill. They had a lot of heart. You had great characters, and then of course you had the badass dinosaurs. So that is my out of the theater reaction to Jurassic World. It's probably one of the best ones in quite some time. I would probably say it's right up there with 1 and 2. I wasn't a fan of 3, and I wasn't a fan of the Pratts. So yeah, man. Okay, let me see if you guys have any questions. You guys are here. Can you take kindergartners to see it too, or gory? Yeah, no, not kindergartners. It does have some nasty deaths by yeah. I'll just say that gory. Since I was rather underwhelmed by this movie. It was just okay. Too many issues that added up, and the family was totally unnecessary addition to the story. It was better than the last ones too. I don't know, Sin. Maybe you didn't get your nap in. Because you had to be a really mean person not to like this movie. Come on, man. This thing was so cool. The family was great. What do you mean? Unnecessary. It actually was so necessary because it showed you that Mahershala and Scarlett Jo's characters weren't just about the money. They turned around. You know what? I don't want to give it away. But that was like crucial to their characters. Get out of here with that. Thank you, Jay, for subscribing. Gracias. Discover, my channel's a mystery box. Empty now, but the suspense is worth subscribing for. Okay, Discover. Mike MC Wong is back in country. I gotta give you a ring, brother. I just watched it. I like it too. Yeah, man. It's totally likable. How many people do the dinos eat? I gotta tell you, man. There's not a lot of characters in this ensemble, so it's not gratuitous. So there are a few. Okay, good. What movie you're watching? I just said Jurassic World. I just got out of Jurassic World. Hi, Yarnaby, the Yarn Lion. Hi, Yarnaby. Polyish, Jurassic World. You at a theater? Yes, I am at the AMC. AMC at the Grove. I paid for my ticket, screen unseen, and we all knew it was Jurassic World, so we're doing the early review. Well, I was sweet deprived. I told you they added nothing to. You're so wrong. Of course they added to. I mean, the family was the heart of the movie. You bozo. Why you be looking so ticklish? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why. No Dr. Alan Grant or Jeff Goldblum. Dr. Alan Grant is referenced, which is cool. He's referenced, and you'll see. I just loved it, man. I love the ending. You know, it goes for the heartstrings at the end, and it worked for me. Jen, hola! Jurassic Park is one of the most quotable films of all time. Yeah, right? It really is. They don't really go for quotes in this one. Nothing could top those characters in the first Jurassic. But these characters were pretty darn good. And I have to say, I liked the kid. This is probably the best Jurassic Park kid ever. And that's saying a lot, because the Jurassic World 1 had great kids. This Bella, she's and I'm not just saying that just because it's a Latino family. Ace, scene F1 with Pitt. Ooh, that's coming up. Yeah. We just got the alert that we got an early access to see Superman too. I love the novels when I was a teenager. Oh, that's cool, Jen. Are they still on Isla Nublar? Different island. Okay, great. Well, I think that's it, guys, as far as our out of the theater review. Here's what we're doing. We're gonna have written reviews later this week. Rosa Pata's review as well, and then I'm gonna do a separate article just on the Latino Slant side. As far as I totally forgot there was like a whole family in this, and they're all Latino. They're fantastic. There's a boyfriend who turns out to just a great character. Great character. Ralph M, is this the best film since the first one? Definitely gonna watch this one. For me, I think this is the best Jurassic since the first two. What's up, Ralph M? Took forever to get to the story. It was not well paced, but the family was one of the better parts. It didn't take forever. It took forever. Forever would mean like, an hour or so. I'd say it took 15, 20 minutes. I'm going to give you this side. It was a really odd start. Like that first 10, 15 minutes, I'm like, ooh, is this going to be bad? And then it kicked into high gear. I will give you that, Sidebacks. Novella Princess, hola. Don't hold it against me, but I like all the ones I've seen. Hey, that's all right. That's all right, too. So, all right, guys. Well, it's time for me to go home, but I'm here at the Grove in Los Angeles, and it is a beautiful night. Outdoors here, and there's the theater. And, listen, man, we keep bringing you guys great live streams, great reviews, all that stuff just for you guys. But it's time to go home. That's the road going down that road. That's the road to Farmers Market. Okay, your favorite Chicano movie of all time? Blood In, Blood Out. Yeah, I think it's between that one and Stand and Deliver. Okay, have you ever seen The Longest Day, 1963? I gotta take a look at that. It sounds familiar, but I want to say, Mine is La Bamba. La Bamba's a good one. La Bamba's top five for sure. Top five for sure. I think I have a top 10 Chicano films of all time on our channel. So go check that out. 25 people here. Thank you guys so much. Do me a favor. There's only 5 likes. Can you guys on the way out make sure you have smashed the like? That would be great. La Bamba always makes me cry. Yeah. Can you believe that they're gonna redo La Bamba? It's like why? Why are they redoing it? Sounds great. Can't wait. Yeah, Rough M. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Sins Corner. I knew you were gonna say Blood In, Blood Out. Hubby loves that one. I don't. Not a fan of prison films. Sounds like you got a you problem tonight, Sins Corner. Teacher John. Not a fan of this one is large is, but I still don't call Danny Trejo Geronimo to this day because of it. All right. Ace is saying minus Chief Chong. Is that John Wayne? That's the longest yard. Or longest, I don't know, guys. Does it need it just to reintroduce to a new generation? I think this Jurassic World is going to be great for this generation that didn't see the first ones. They're going to love this one. It's a great, and it's called Rebirth. That's this, aptly named. It's going to be great for all the young kids, teenagers going to see this, and for families. It's going to be a great time. All right, guys, I am out of here. Please smash the like right now. Do me that favor as I get on out of here. Check this out. Just a beautiful little skyline. We're in the heart of, they call it Miracle Mile, Fairfax District. It's a gorgeous night. And I thank you guys for being subscribers and members of the Latino Slant. Look out for more movie reviews. God bless you all. I'll see you later. Adios.